Hi guys, welcome back. This is my 1 week post bariatric surgery update. Wow, say that 5 times fast. That's crazy. I've had an up and down week, really. It's been kind of rough at some points, but I've had some really high highlights too, and I'm going to go over all that. First, I hope that this video finds all you guys happy and healthy. You know, without you, I wouldn't be doing this. Secondly, if you're a heavier set person and you're on the fence as to whether or not you want to go down this road, you have to, you got to make those choices yourself. Sounds like somebody's cutting frickin' tree down or something. I hope you can't hear that in the video. But you've got to make that determination, that choice. You're on your own. For me, I wish I'd have done this years ago. Really. It's a life-saving tool for me at this point. I have a bunch of comorbidities that you put together, it's nothing but bad news. And I told you, I've told you before that for me, it's just not about the weight loss itself. I mean, my God, it is, but it isn't. About me looking better, looking smaller, or what. It's just about feeling healthy. At my heaviest, I was 397. When I started this journey, with the counseling sessions and the classroom stuff and all that, I was 388. The first video I did, I was 380, roughly. I believe it was 380, 381, 382. I'm not sure right off the top of my head. The last video I did, right before surgery, I was 349. I had lost a good chunk of weight. This one, if you look in the description, I did not put a weight. And the reason being is because I did not weigh myself. I have my first week post-op appointment tomorrow. I figured I'm going to get weighed there. I'll just wait till then to see if I've dropped more, which I know I have. I mean, my goodness gracious. My Fitbit. I have my Fitbit. It's been on the same notch now for about 2 years, and I can move it at will. My clothes are starting to fit a little bit less tight. They're some of my shirts are actually hanging on me, which is cool. I'm happy about that. But I'm also happy that I'm reducing every day that goes by. With every pound that I lose, I'm reducing pressure on my heart. Bottom line. When I was asked by the psychologist, because you have to see a psychologist when you go through this process, when I was asked to see when I was asked by the psychologist, why are you doing this? My immediate answer, without hesitation, so I can spend more time with my family. And family is what it means to me. Family is, I want to be around. I want to be around longer than the road I was going down. I can tell you, I didn't have much road left to go. Something was going to happen one way or another. And I have a friend of mine who, she's lost over 100 pounds. She didn't have surgery. She's done it the old-fashioned way with diet and exercise, which, you know what? I give you props. I give anybody props that can do that. I couldn't do it. No matter if my life was on the line or not, I could not do it. The exercise part was out of the question. Man, I blew my knee out a year and a half ago, and I've been in constant pain ever since. My back hurt, my hips hurt. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then I turn around and I've lost the weight that I've lost already. I'm out walking. I've gone on, I went on a walk the other morning. Actually, I go on walks every morning now. But I went on a walk for the very first time the other morning and I got emotional. And it wasn't because, I was being a sissy or anything like that. It was because I was overcome with emotion because I was so happy that this is the first time that I've been able to do what I was doing in years. Years. And I mean, a lot of people, they take that for granted. They take it for granted that you go here, go there, you can do this and do that and walk here and run and do all these things. But when you get heavy, all that stuff stops. All that stuff becomes a thing of the past. And what it does to you, it totally destroys, your how you feel about yourself and how you go about your daily life. Because you don't want to be in pain. You don't want to be embarrassed. And I was so happy that, like I said, I had tears running down my face. I had this big ass smile going, and I'm walking and I'm thinking people are probably thinking, man, look at this creeper, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing this so I can stay around for my family for a bit longer. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for my wife and my kids. Bottom line. But if you're heavier set and you're on the fence as to whether to go down this route, and the old way of doing things just isn't happening, and it wasn't happening for me, and I have a sneaking suspicion if you're watching this video, it's not happening for you either, then you need to get a hold of somebody and start the process, because the process isn't like you go in 1 week and 2 weeks later you're in for surgery. I started this in September of last year. Today is May 17th. So I started this process, a good bit ago. You have to get your clearances through your insurance company. You have to have a whole bunch of blood work done. You have to have, there's just hoops and hoops and hoops that you jump through. But they give you the tools. And this is the key thing. They give you the tools to be successful. Whether or not you're successful, that's up to you. Now me, I'm not going back to being that big and worrying about whether or not this is my last day on earth when I lay down and close my eyes. Not happening. Not happening. So, but anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. That's why there's no weight in the bottom there in the description. And, I wanted to get that out before I forgot about if you're heavier and thinking about this, look into it. There's different surgeries. There really is. And there's one that might be right for you. Maybe none of them are right for you, and you just keep going the way you're going. Maybe you're happy the way you are, and you're just sort of interested. You're intrigued by it. I don't know. That's personal preference, personal choice. Okay, now back to me for the 1 week update. I have had, as far as the incision sites and the actual surgery itself, with my stomach, I've had minor pain issues. Excuse me, I'm still getting rid of gas. Minor pain issues. Where my problem is that I went through a bout of constipation on top of doing this, and I wound up popping out an umbilical hernia that I've had for years. So I'm kind of suffering with that. If I wouldn't have the pain from that, I would be pretty much pain-free at this point. I would feel pretty close to being normal. I mean, I realize that there's things that I'm not going to be able to do or I couldn't do or whatever, but as far as pain goes, it wouldn't be that bad. It really isn't. After the first couple days, it drops significantly, and The first couple days, it's gas. It's because they blow you up like a balloon, and they try to let that air out when they're done, but there's still some that gets trapped in your body, and your body has to expel that. Well, I can tell you that, oh man, the very first night was a rough one for me. Very, 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 very rough. I was so uncomfortable, and all I did was walk. I mean, I'm in, the poor nurse was with me. She's probably thinking, like, I felt bad because I knew she had other things to do, and she was walking with me. She stayed with me, and I appreciate that. Those guys, they went above and beyond, but walking is the best thing you can do. Absolute best thing you can do to get rid of that gas. I mean, you're going to burp it. You saw me burp here a little bit ago. You're going to toot, it's going to come out. It's just sort of sometimes painful. But that was the roughest. The first couple days are the roughest, really. Hunger wise, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry at all, which is part of the surgery, and I think they do that on purpose, or they aim for that on purpose, so your stomach can heal. And I mean, I could be completely wrong on that. That's just a personal opinion of mine. I mean, it just could be just an incidental side effect of the surgery, and they want that to happen anyway. Oh, but I'm not hungry. I am having trouble reaching my water and protein goals, which I'm supposed to get 80 ounces of protein and 64 ounces of water. Well, I can hit one, but not the other. And then when I try them both, they're both low. So I'm kind of paying the price for that now because, I'm a little bit lethargic. I'm a little bit just bleh. And I'm sure the doctor's going to rip into me tomorrow about it. And it's not that I'm not trying. I kind of pushed it last night, and I ended up going to bed early because my stomach was just starting to hurt so bad. It was similar to indigestion, but it wasn't. It was just my body telling me, you need to stop drinking water, jackass. So, there's a line. Everybody has to learn where that line is. You got to do the best you can. And, today I'm doing a lot better. I think I've gotten like 20 something ounces in already as far as water. I need to get into a protein shake here and then do another one later on this afternoon. But, all in all, I believe that it's going to be okay. It'll work out. Things will be cool. It's just going to take time. And my priority is not to get back in the hospital, especially for being dehydrated. Now, having surgery on my umbilical, on my belly button, that's going to happen regardless, I think, because of what happened. But, whatever. Let's see. What else is there? Well, the exercise. The exercise part. They want you up and walking around. They don't want you just laying in bed. They don't want you just sitting on the couch. I can tell you that for the last several days, I have walked every morning. The very first day I walked, I got emotional because it's been a long time since I've been able to do that. But I'm doing it pain-free. My knee doesn't hurt. My back doesn't hurt. My hips don't hurt. I'm doing it pain-free. Now, I'm being very careful with how long or how far I go because I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to push myself back. You know what I mean? It's one of those things of where is the line? And again, it's sort of like the whole water and protein thing with your stomach. Where's the line? Where do you stop? So I'm just taking it one block at a time. I go a block. This morning I went 2 blocks, and I felt pretty good. I was a little tired after that, but it's coming and it's coming along. Lovenox shots. Now, I don't know if this is a standard thing for all bariatric patients or just with this doctor and this program that they use. But I have to do Lovenox shots twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. And if you don't know what Lovenox is, it is a blood thinner. I can tell you they suck. No other way to put it. They suck. They are a necessity to keep you from getting blood clots, but they suck. You know, they kind of, when you take your shot, it feels funky for me for about 20 minutes and then I'm fine. But I do not like them, and I cannot wait until I don't have to do them anymore, which is coming up here soon, like within the next few days. I just know that they suck, and it's a necessary evil, I suppose. Going on from that, I think I touched on it on coming home from the hospital. Medications. Man, I've dropped so many medications that it's unreal. I'm now taking just 2. I'm sure that I'm going to be put on a vitamin regimen here real directly, because my body needs that kind of stuff. I'm not getting the proper vitamins by any stretch, and I know that. But I'm off one of my heart medications. I'm off all my diabetes medications. I am right now on standby for my statin, which I've been on since I was 27. So that's a long, long time to be on a crappy frickin' medicine like that. They changed my heartburn medication. They gave me about like half a dose that I have to take in the morning. And what that is basically to prevent an ulcer in your new stomach pouch. I can't say enough, though. The benefits have already outweighed the cons by a long, long, long shot. And I'm looking forward to losing a lot more weight. I'm looking forward to being healthier, and I'm looking forward for real to just being healthier. I think right now I'm on the stage 2 diet. I have a feeling that tomorrow he's going to move me from stage 2 to stage 3. And that is the pureed foods and all that stuff. So basically like pudding and baby food and, that kind of crap. But it's still better than drinking a frickin' protein shake that what's wicked about the whole thing is my tastes have changed, and all the protein shakes that I liked beforehand, I don't really care for now, and I got cases of the crap. So it's like, once I move on to softer foods like that or pureed foods, then that'll be a big bonus. I'm kind of hoping, I don't remember if the pureed foods, if that's like scrambled eggs, or if I got to wait till the following stage after that, which is probably true. I don't know without looking in the book, but that'll help with my protein intake as well. So, people talk about hair loss. Obviously, that's not a problem for me. Is my hair going to fall out? Probably at some point. What little bit I have, but I'm just looking to get to heal and to get back out and fish and to do the things that I want to do. I want to bike. I want to bike in the worst way because I know now that I can do it. It's embarrassing to say this, but I was so frickin' heavy that I would have broke my bike. I would have damaged my bike if I'd have tried to get on it and tried to ride. Now I'm getting back down to, I know that my bike can accept my weight, and for real, I'll be hitting that hard. I kind of hope my appetite comes back, but if it doesn't, maybe one of you guys that's had this done can maybe, comment below and tell me, it's only a thing that lasts this amount of time or whatever. I'm hoping my appetite comes back, but if it doesn't, then it doesn't. You know, it is what it is. It's again, a necessary evil for me to go through this and to lose the weight. You know, I'm willing to sacrifice a bunch of stuff. So I think I hit everything. I believe I don't know. I will be doing I'm going to try a month update after this, maybe a 2-week update, and then the month. Which 2-week update, I'll do it again about this time next week, and then the month will be a couple weeks from now. But hey, if you like the video, man, give me a thumbs up. Don't be afraid to ask me questions. Now, as I've said before, and this is a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not a bariatric professional by any stretch, or a medical professional by any stretch. Whatever I tell you is just pure opinion. But if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. If you have questions, don't be afraid to look the stuff up. For real, if I'd have known half the stuff that I know now beforehand, I wouldn't have been as anxious and nervous before the surgery. Really. So with that in mind, you know, hey guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.